Mercedes should give Kimi Antonelli the keys. However, under certain circumstances. I didn't make a video reacting to Hamilton's move to Ferrari, mainly because not only was I busy, but for a good while that day I didn't even believe it was real, and I thought it was just, social media rumors. So I was quite caught off guard when I found out everything was actually happening. But at that point, it was too late to make a video. I'm not really that big of a channel anyways, and I didn't really have many thoughts on it. I've already made a video on why I think Hamilton to Ferrari makes no sense. But to be completely real, with extra hindsight and everything that's happened since then, I don't really think it's that bad a move. I don't actually think it's a bad move at all, actually. It could very well work in his favor. Maybe Ferrari do have the potential to challenge Red Bull in the next coming years. So, yeah. But the angle I do want to look at this from is what Mercedes do. Because they're about to lose the guy that's pretty much been the anchor of their team since 2014. Yes? They're losing the 7-time champ. They're losing Lewis Hamilton, their most successful driver by a country mile. And obviously, without doubt, that comes with big shoes to fill for whoever takes over that seat. And I am of the impression that if he does well enough in F2, I think Merck should actually consider putting Antonelli in the seat for 2025. Right? Because hear me out. If you've been on F1 Twitter, you already know the hype that's been surrounding this guy for the past 2 years, given all of the things he's accomplished in the junior series. Merck saw how good he was. They signed him up. He still continued to cook in the F4 series. So much so that he has skipped F3 altogether and will be making his F2 debut this year. This will be his rookie season of F2. Mercedes have already fast-tracked this 17-year-old to this point, right? My thing is, you fast-tracked him because of how successful he was. So my thing is, did I just say that twice? My point overall is, given how you fast-tracked him up to this point because of his success, if he still replicates that same success in F2 this year, why not fast-track him to the F1 seat? Because here's the thing. The new regs aren't really going to be in effect until 2026. So the odds of Mercedes having a championship-winning car by 2025 are low. And I think because they won't be contending for a championship, it would actually be the perfect opportunity or the perfect situation to slot Antonelli in. Because he won't be in a situation where he's plopped into a title fight immediately as he starts his career as what I believe he'll be 18 come next year, were he to make his debut. I believe that by putting Antonelli in the Merc seat by 2025, he'll get a year of just driving a Formula One car, getting accustomed to how Formula One works, how different it is from the junior series he's driven in up until this point, and eventually from there they can begin to effectively mold him into the next guy. And obviously George Russell is going to be there. And would I expect Antonelli to beat Russell in his rookie season? Of course not. But what's important is that you get Antonelli in a situation where he can begin to develop and begin to be that guy that you've been training him up to be. Yes, he's without question the top prospect in the Merc Academy right now, right? Alex Powell is still in F4. All the other guys, they have Fred Vesti, I mean, great F2 season last year. But in terms of the hype, Antonelli supersedes all of those guys in terms of just his overall hype. And I think if he cooks in F2 this year, they should absolutely give him the seat. Give him the 2025 seat. I don't think there'll be any pressure on him. It's not like he's going to be in a title fight, you know. I think it would be wise to promote him. And granted, I don't think it is the only solution If Mercs don't promote him, even if he does cook this year, and they go for an experienced guy like a Sainz or an Albon or an Alonso, that in and of itself would make sense, as they'd try to build the best team possible to help them in the constructors, as they'll probably be third fastest come 2025, maybe even fourth or fifth, depending on how Aston and McLaren work. Yeah, so there are a lot of variables. I'm not presenting this as if it's a fixed solution, but I do see it as something that could benefit Mercs in the future. But that's wholly dependent on how much faith they have in Antonelli to perform in that role, to perform in the F1 Merc seat in 2025. And that opinion will be shaped by how he performs in F2 this year. If he's, and again, this is all dependent on if he does well in F2. If he's scrappy, if he's, let's say, 7th in the championship with a couple wins, shows promise, then by all means, you keep him in F2 for another year. He's young. He has time. Yeah? So, yeah, man. This is just me rambling. I think Antonelli in F1 2025 would be very interesting. But I also see the argument against it. But this is just me arguing for it because I think it would be quite cool. But yeah, man, what do you think? If Antonelli does well in F2, would you give him the 2025 Merc seat? Would you try to slot him in into Williams? What would you do? Let's discuss down below in the comment section, yeah? Intern out.